Hello again. It is Thursday and it is day 4 of my training, Hal Higdon's training program. I know I don't have to show you this every time because if you've watched my other videos, you know it's this piece of paper, looks just like this. Thursday was today, 3-mile run plus strength. I just got done with the 3-mile run. That's why I look so rough. But it was like super humid in Mississippi today, like crazy. And I don't know why I decided to train for a half marathon in the summer, but I did. So just gonna have to deal with that. Okay, so it's 3-mile run plus strength. I'm not really sure exactly what that means, but I guess I will try to find some of my dumbbells. But I lift a 20-pound baby all day, so if that counts for something, it should because he's heavy. Okay, so now I'm going to transition into what God has been teaching me. As you know, I've been reading in Mark, so I have something I want to share with you about that. But when I was running today, I was listening to another Jon Courson podcast called Suffering into Glory, and it was totally awesome. Everything that he said was amazing. And so what I plan to do tomorrow, because it is a rest day, I'm going to spend my entire YouTube video just talking about God. So tune in tomorrow for Suffering into Glory. And speaking of suffering, I think I will be doing most of that on Saturday when I have to run 4 miles. And I have never run 4 miles in my entire life, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, but on to what I was reading today. Mark chapter 3, verses 20 through 21 and 31 through 35. I'm going to read it real quick. Then Jesus entered a house, and again a crowd gathered, so that I almost said her. Jesus is not a she. He and his disciples were not even able to eat because there were so many people there. When his family heard about this, they went to take charge of him, for they said, "He is out of his mind." Go down to 31 through 35. Then Jesus' mother and brothers arrived. Standing outside, they sent someone in to call him. A crowd was sitting around him, and they told him, "Your mother and brothers are outside looking for you." "Who are my mother and my brothers?" he asked. Then he looked at those seated in a circle around him and said, "Here are my mother and my brothers. Whoever does God's will is my brother and sister and mother." And when I was reading this, it really hit me, especially the verse 21 when it says, when his family heard about this, they went to take charge of him, for they said he is out of his mind. And the Greek word, love this Bible, the Greek word take charge of actually means to retain or like constrict or constrain. And I found it really interesting because if you think about who Jesus' mother is, his mother is Mary. And if you read about Mary's experience with Jesus, or not Jesus, but God, the angels coming down to her saying that she's going to have a child and he's going to be the Son of the Most High and all this kind of stuff. And she knew that Jesus was doing God's will and he was supposed to be doing God's will and he was called from the very beginning of his life to do God's will, but yet she got these worldly notions. She began to see, oh my gosh, he's not eating. Oh my gosh, he's in danger. Oh my gosh, he's suffering. He shouldn't be doing this. And so they went because they said he was out of his mind. And this is Mary, who has had a real experience with God and is now trying to restrict Jesus from doing God's will. And then it hit me that we all do that. We all do that. Those who have had real experiences with God, the next day will very likely be the ones restricting other people or saying to God himself, "Oh no, I can't do that. You're out of your mind." And it's just a wake-up call for me, like, stop running with the world, Amber. Like, remember who God is and what he's called you to do, and go do it. Don't let anything get in your way. Don't let anything try to make it seem like that's what you're living for or that's what your purpose is, because you know what your purpose is. You've had that real experience and you know who Jesus is and you know what he's done for you and you know what he's going to continue to do for you. So I thought that that was awesome. So she let the world in and we need to safeguard ourselves from doing that. That's my husband. He just got on running. Anyways, so yeah. that is what I'll have to say today, and see you tomorrow.